Hi guys, hello there. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you're well. We're going to be doing a colour on today, but today is a Remembrance Day of D-Day, which I believe everybody will know what D-Day is. It's when in World War II, when the soldiers took back Normandy. They managed to take back part of Europe, and obviously loads of lives were lost that day. So there's been a lot of news coverage on it today, and so what I've done today, I've actually got this image from Raynard, and I saw the poppy, and I was inspired by all the news that's on. So I coloured in this image, and there's this lady holding a poppy, and the way that I just made me see that there's some sense of sadness and remembrance in our eyes. And so I've coloured it all in using Copics, pan pastel, a bit of pencil, and then I put the quote here, we'll meet again, and lest we forget. So this is my little remembrance, my little contribution to say thank you for all those people in the war who gave their lives so we can live ours. So it's just my little contribution. So hello everybody just coming in. Hi Helen, hi Tony, hi Laurie, hi Gary, hi Michelle, hi Pat. So I hope everybody is well. I'm just waiting for everyone to come in. Hi Maya. Hello everyone just coming in. And for those who do want to take part in the colour along, so that is this image. Hi Joanne. So if you want to take part in colouring this image, I have left a link to the Dropbox of this image you can get for free, and this is for a very limited time, and that's at the top of this chat. So if you scroll right at the top of the chat, you'll be able to see a link that Helen's put into Dropbox, and you'll be able to print it off. So if you want to follow along the colour along live and do it now, then go at the top of the chat, click on Dropbox and get it printed out. I'll give you about 5 minutes to do that. So it'll be 5 minutes until I start colouring. So anybody who wants to take part and colour as I go at the top of the chat. There's a link there. Click on that and then print it off. No, Pat. So this image we're going to be colouring today. It's going to be provided for free. If you click on the link, Helen's just posted it again. Click on that link to Dropbox and you'll get the image for free. It's for a limited time though, that link's going to be available. So if you want to colour along with it now, then just click on the Dropbox link and get it printed off. I'll give everyone 5 minutes to get the image printed, and then we can colour on together. If that's what you want to do, you can print it and then colour it later. It's entirely up to you. But for those who want to colour along with me during the video, I'll give you 5 minutes to click on the Dropbox link and get the image printed off. Hi Shannon. Hi Honey Bear. Hi Pat. Oh no, Michelle, that's ironic, isn't it? I'm gonna wait for another. Well, to be honest, I'm gonna give you longer to get it printed off because I'm gonna wait for. Usually, we do get some people coming in a little bit late, and then I'll give another 5 minutes or 10 minutes in total, guys. But during that 10 minutes, then I'll just explain again my little image that I've done today. So I finished this little image. Well, I started and I finished. Oh, no problem, Shannon. Thank you. I started this lovely image by Rain Art today. This is from a brand new bundle that she's brought out, and she's given us a 30% discount on the Facebook group. Anybody who's not on the Facebook group, if you want to join, there's a description. In the description of all my videos is a link. So you feel free to join, and you can get the discount. You can get exclusive offers and everything as well from the Facebook. And this image in particular, with it being D-Day, I just thought it's a great image to represent remembrance for all the soldiers that fought in the war and fought for freedom, and for us to be able to have our freedom in our life that we live now. So I just colored this image, and I just thought it was really representing with the poppy, the hairstyle, the clothing was looking very 1930s to 40s, and so just done it in that sort of like poppy rose colors with the black dress with a little quote saying "We'll meet again," from the famous war song "We'll Meet Again," and then the "Lest We Forget," which is a famous saying in regards to never forget those who essentially sacrificed themselves to ensure that we lived our lives in freedom. So I had it on our colour list today, and I thought it was, it turned out great because I put so much love into it. So yeah, I'm really pleased. So again, this is the image from Chet Minton, and from his Monsters, Myth and Magic book, which I do have a flip through on the channel. So there is a flip through on my channel. If you do go onto my channel after the live, there is a flip through of that book, and there's also a flip through of his Dark Forest book as well. But this is from Monsters, Myth and Magic, and you can color this image with me today for free if you click on the Dropbox link that is being given by Helen in the live chat. And I'll give you 5 minutes to click on the link, print it off, and then we can color it together if you want to color along. But bear in mind, if you don't want to color along with me now and you want to do it in your own time, that is absolutely fine. But bear in mind that this link is for a limited time and it will be deactivated. So therefore, you will not be able to get the image once it's been deactivated. So you will need to print it pretty much between now and next Monday, because next Monday we're going to do part 2 of this, and then after that we'll be disabling the link. Oh, thanks, Helen and Maya. Thanks, Dana. Hello, everybody who's coming in as well, or anybody who may be lurking. Everyone is welcome, so hello there. So is anybody actually printing the image, or are you just watching? I'm just curious. Awesome, Pat's printing. Hi, Laurie. Awesome, Gary. Well, I thought this probably definitely be something up your street, Gary, and Devs. It's definitely, well, I would say it's definitely unisex. Obviously, anyone can color it, but a lot of the images that we do are very feminine, and they symbolize femininity, etc., florals, and they're very soft and delicate. Where this is this looks like a scene from like an action movie. or like a comic, which is, you know, as we know, there's a lot of boys and girls as well who do like that sort of thing. So I think this is a great one for everyone, really. It's just something a bit different. Has a lot of character. I'm going to be using a mix of things actually. So there's no set there's not no set sort of media. I'm going to be using some markers, and I'm going to be using some Prisma colors. So that's going to be my main two items that I use is my alcohol markers and Prismas. But as I say, you don't have to use exactly the same one I'm using. You can color along using either the same colors in whatever you want to use, or you can just use whatever you want in any color that you want. I don't know if it's Aladdin. I think it's obviously it has some sort of inspiration maybe from it. But you've got this lady here who's released the genie, so it's no, she's not an Aladdin, and the little person here is the little creature here is not a monkey. It's like, it looks like a little like a raccoon or something. So I think he has changed it to his own little thing, but there's obviously been some inspiration from that. Yes, of course you can, Pat. I'm not expecting you to quickly know about. So yes, I did do a little practice earlier, and I was just testing earlier. So just testing some different things and techniques. Just I thought it'd be good to get a little practice before I come on stream, and before we do the colour along, just so I don't make a monkey of myself. So I have cheated a little bit, and I have had a little practice earlier. But don't worry, I'm not going to do a blue Peter and just say this is what I've done earlier. So I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to start now, guys. So if everyone's ready, then we'll go. So I'm going to start with a genie, and I'm going to use two colors for that. I'm just going to see if I can find the same colors that I used last time. Mauve, Shadow, Purple, and is it this one? Just try to match up my colors. Pale blue. Pale blue. Definitely wasn't that one. You know what I should have done, guys? I know I did practice that. I should have wrote down the combination. That probably would have been a bit more useful and probably a bit smarter to do that. But you know, hey ho. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, they are great. They are growing on me. I'm having to buy refills for them already. I've just had to buy 2 more refills because I'm going through skin colors like no tomorrow. I think it was these two guys, if I'm honest. It is B23, and that is Paflo blue, and then pale blue. So I'm going to start with the pale blue. And I'm just literally, because it's a brush end, just treat it like a brush. You just brush it on and swoops. I'm not going back and forth like that because that's just going to destroy the brush end. And it will also mean that you'll get a streaky finish rather than a seamless blend. Now I'm actually testing out a new paper today, guys. I'm testing out the, let's grab my thing. It's supposed to be for sketching, but I actually find it's really good with pencil and markers. I'm using the C White of Brighton A4 sketch pad multimedia cartridge paper, and it's 140 GSM, and it's slightly lighter than what I normally use, because I normally use about 170 GSM, so it's slightly a little bit thinner, but still good quality. Still better quality than that you're getting obviously some budget colouring books. It's still quite nice. It's obviously made from recycling. It's made from cup recycling, so that's really good. And it has got some tooth. It's smooth on one side and it's got more texture on the other, so it's great if you want to use one side for marker only, or if you want to use both, you can use a slightly textured side for the markers and pencils on top, which is what I'm using. I'm using a slightly textured side. Oh, thanks, Laurie. I've always been a mixed media artist. Even when I was at college and I was doing my own art, I've always used mixed media. I've never stuck to the one media, because if I'm honest, I get bored very easily, and I just like to mix things up and experiment with different mediums and techniques, and I think that's more exciting and more challenging as well. And you don't know exactly what your result's going to be, but you can get some really good like happy mistakes from using mixed media, if that makes sense. I think also it adds more depth and dimension to your page. Sometimes if you just use one media, it's it's different, everyone's preference, but sometimes I find when I use one media, I find the image can look a bit flat. And if I use mixed media, I can add more depth and dimension and give it a bit of a lifelike look to it. Oh, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with budget colouring books. I'm just saying, obviously, um, the paper that I'm using is still thicker than what you get in a budget colouring book. Like Amazon books, because they're probably like on the very thin side. Hi, babes. Hi, Dev. He's back. He's in the building. Speaking of Aladdin, though, the new one is out, and I've not seen it yet, but I do want to see it. I think this month we've been at the cinema twice, and well, it was last month and this month, and it's just mainly to see superhero movies, because that's what David wanted to go and see, and I enjoy them as well. So I think at the end of the month, I'm going to say to him, we're going to go and see Aladdin. That's my choice. Plus, I like Will Smith. I find him very funny. Now I just have to look at this very closely in case I do miss some details. I'm guessing that's part of his face. Yep, I think so. And then we'll just do the rest of the skin. So we'll do the hands. A certain place I'm leaving a white highlight. Now, guys, if you've got any questions or anything that you want to, if you want to grab my attention, just make sure you put it in capitals, just so I can, it strikes my attention when I do look up. We've also got the mods in as well, so the mods will probably be able to help here as well with any general queries. Hi, Sue. Hi, Anne. Hi, Anne. Welcome. Sorry, who I missed coming in? Hi, Natalie. I think that's everyone up to date now. Yes, it is. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. I'm not meant to miss you. But hello, everyone. You're welcome. Nice surprise. So yeah, guys, this image is by Chet Minton. I don't know whether it's Chet is in like with an SH pronunciation or if it's Chet, but I think it might be Chet. I'm not entirely sure. Chet Minton, that's how I think I pronounce it. His link is also in the description, and he's also got a Patreon. He's got a Facebook. He's got an Instagram, and he's got his own website as well. He does sell actual physical copy books on Etsy and Amazon as well. So there is a link for those. And if you do want to grab this image while you can for a limited time for free and color along, then click on the Dropbox link that Helen has put in the live chat, and you can print it off and enjoy. I'm sorry how that, Joanne. Hope you feel better soon. Oh no, absolutely. You don't have to. You don't. Pat, just go at your own pace, son. You don't have to. You don't have to try and keep up. I know it's called a color along, but you can, as much as you want, you can do the colors whatever way you want to. You can do them whatever mediums you want to as well. You don't. I'm not so strict when it comes to color alongs. You do at your own pace, and the main thing is that you enjoy, and then maybe you take something and learn something from this stream. And if you do, then bonus, my job's done. Well, it is an interesting book, and I think it's for males and females. I do see a lot of female colorists on Chet's coloring group. I think it's whether it's the type of topic, whether you're into like fantasy or not. That like fantasy, like Terry Pratchett sort of fantasy, and I do find Chet's style very similar to Paul Kirby's, who does a lot of illustrations for the Terry Pratchett books, but he did. And I'm a big fan of both, so this is definitely up my street. I know it's something that Dev loves as well. Dev, didn't you get the books? Haven't you actually got the physical copy of these books? I'm sure you got them. I thought you had. Are they A4 size or A3 size? Because whenever I see like a video of them, they look quite big. A4. And the videos, they look quite large. I'm trying to work out if this is his skin or if it's clothing. I think it's clothing because if you see, it matches that actually. Yeah, it's clothing. But I'm guessing this part of his skin. Yeah, okay. Oh, so that's a sleeve. Ah, I got it now. Sometimes it takes a little while for you to look at the image and go, oh, actually, I know, I realize what's going on here. But there's quite a lot going on. Now I'm going to take the darker blue, which is the, I think it's phthalo blue or pathalo blue. It's B23. And then I'm just going to use this for the lines, so the wrinkles. Just using a very light touch with the brush. But yeah, if anybody who wants to see the flip through of Chet's books, of the Monster, Myth, and Magical book, which is this image is from, and also the Dark Forest book, which is his other book, then there is a full flip through on the channel already. So feel free to have a look at that. You got very, very bushy eyebrows. Deb, are your eyebrows like this? David's eyebrows get like this. I have to trim them. Hi, Christine. Hello. Oh God, if I ever, if I, when we do meet up, Dev, I'm gonna have to trim them bad boys. I can't be doing wispy eyebrows. Yeah, I don't mind like people who have full looking eyebrows, like like, but as long as they're trimmed, they're not wispy out here. Not like you can brush them and like fans. It's something about being right-handed, but you're a lefty, so you won't know. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say I'm using my right hand. My hubby's a lefty. I was always told never to trust a lefty, but I married one anyway. Oh, I couldn't. No, not gonna braid each other's eyebrows. Just makes me think of Scary Movie when they're taking the mick of they're making fun of the ring, Samora, and she's brushing her hair, and then she starts brushing her armpits. I was like, ugh. Do I? I've never noticed that. I've never noticed that, Christine. I'll have to watch it back and look out for it. And then onto our sort of like transition shade, as I like to call it, makeup. I'm going to use my V00 brush. And this is mauve shadow, so it's a bit purplish. Oh, like that. Is that? Do I do that? Do I? I didn't realize. Sorry, guys. I'm not being rude. I didn't even realize I do it. And to be honest, Christine, I didn't even realize that you did it. To be fair, until you've pointed it out. Pardon the pun. I think it might just be like you know how like a crucifix, eyeshadow, like a crucifix warns off demons and vampires. Maybe this holding a paper like this might warn off haters and trolls. Yeah, that's just shadow barging the door open and making it creak. It's because he can hear me talk and he's going, "Who are you talking to? And why are you not giving me attention when you're talking, but you're giving someone else attention? I want attention." Don't you? What are you hugging the door for? He's got a thing for like hugging very random objects. Like you'll rub his face against things, and it could be the door, it could be a box, it could be the coffee table. It's just the most random things. And now he's directly under my feet. Oh, thanks, Sue. Question away. Oh, actually, I've got a question for Christine. Christine, are you having your challenge do a bill feature with Belinda next week? Or was it the week after? I think she said that you were featuring. I might be wrong. On the 11th. Awesome. I was like, does she even know about it? Does Christine know about this? And then I'm going to go back on that original blue. There we go. This is a two-parter, guys. So even if you are not colouring on this time, you can print off the image, and you can start it in your own time. We are going to finish this in part 2, which is next Monday as well. So I'm in no rush, but it's always great to get as much as you can done, because then you confidently know you're going to be able to get it finished in part 2. And I don't want to spend part 2 rushing it. For those of you who don't know, I'm very new to Copics. But I have used alcohol markers for a while. I'm mainly taught on Pro markers, which are Winsor Newton version, and they have a bullet and a chisel nib. So I'm just getting back to Copics because I've not used Copics in about 15 years. I would say 15, no, not 15 years. About 12 years. Well, I have now, since I've used them quite a lot recently, but you know what I mean. Prior to that. Okay, so that is Jeannie's main part of his skin done. Just hopefully it's not the tape one, because that looked like it was good. That looked like it would be very tedious. I'm going to do the eyes, so I'm just going to pick I'm going to use the barium yellow. Barium yellow is a bit like it's quite neonish. And well, he doesn't really have eyes, he has eye sockets. But I just want to make them look like they're glowing. So with this image, I'm not trying to achieve anything massively realistic. I'm just going to try and achieve sort of like a comic animation sort of look to it, since that is the style of the image. Then I'm going to take a Prismacolor in the, where is it? Sorry, I'm quite bad for the out of focus. There it is. We have a Yemen lemon yellow. And I'm just going to frame that around the inside. And then I'm going to take a, there it is, yellow ochre. And then I do have a light yellow in a polycolor, polychromos, which I'm just going to go over the entire part with it. There we go. Now for his hair, what colour should we do his hair? Should we do him like white colour hair, or should he have black hair, or should he have white hair? Or should he have purple hair? Orange? 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 So I just see them big bushy eyebrows, and I'm just thinking like he's gonna have like a greyish white. Coolest, what's that? Oh, quality. See, even I didn't get it. I'm the one that types it. Quality. Purple. Beautiful. Beautiful. Book. Book. Maya, you're obsessed with pink. No way. Oh, we do. The funny thing about UK and accents is if you start at the very top where you've got Scotland, and you work your way down, I think they start very, very strong at the top, and then they do a change so slightly as you go down until you get to the very bottom, which is obviously very different at the top. So, but for instance, where I am, the similarities in my accent to somebody who's from like Middlesbrough, from Sunderland, Durham, Newcastle, they're all very similar. And we also have similarities in our accent with parts of Scotland as well, because we're just on their doorstep. It just ever so slightly changes as you go down the map. Cornwall. Well, the very bottom you've got Plymouth and Devon. And yeah, they're towards the bottom as well, because they're on the coast. All right, governor. That's another accent. All right, governor. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. That's Nana. You look sweet. Shout up on your feet. Am I Welsh? No. Oh, posh. Ew, posh. Ew, sorry. No, I'm not Welsh. We get that a lot. Especially over the telephone. People always think we're Welsh. It's like, do I sound Welsh? No. Oh, how very posh. I'm not sure. It's just strange because there's loads of it's like where do Americans get their accent from? Where do Australians get their accent from? Because these people originated from England when they moved over there, and the what's the word? Accommodated and formed America and Australia. You had quite a lot of Scottish people going over to America and Irish. So it does make you think where the accent comes from. We did. We all came from somewhere else originally. Our ancestors and all. I'm going to use this mauve shadow again. In about 4 minutes, guys, we're going to take a tea break, or tea, coffee, hot chocolate, toilet break. Oh, you shouldn't feel like that, honey bear. You've got no accent at all, Helen. See, but a lot of people think that they don't have an accent, and then when someone else hears them, then they clearly, I talk and I'm able to hear what I'm saying. I don't actually sound what I think I sound like when I hear myself back on a recorded message. It's very strange. But if I hear someone else talk, they sound exactly the same. It's very strange. Want to use the blue sheet. Cool shadow, that's what it's called. Cool shadow. And then put this petal on top to add a bit more what you think to be like a blood cut, like the blood through his body, the warmth. Even though purple is a relatively cool tone, it has a bit more red in it than blue. No problem, Maya. You are on top chat. Bless you. Yes, to make sure you're on live chat, guys. Otherwise, you're probably going to enter the conversation and people are going to think what they talking about. Teeth. Should we give him gold teeth? Hi, Pat again. I'm going to want a canary yellow. Well, did you know, tell you something, Nana? Did you know the reason why there is a lot of call centres in Newcastle or Northeast area is because apparently, if you hear the Northeast accent, it makes it the sound of the accent supposedly makes you feel very happy. Now I don't know if that's true. Oh, bless you. So obviously, clearly this guy has not been to the dentist. Now to make gold, I need that canary yellow again. So canary yellow as a base. I'm guessing needs jewelry as well. You think you would? Christine, what are you trying to say about my voice? Do I sound like a woman? Well, the thing on the genie is he can't grant himself wishes. He grants wishes for other people, and I don't think he's that type. And he doesn't really look like he's going to be granting these any wishes. Oh, thanks, Gary. I'll see you soon, mate. Thanks for joining us. Have a good evening. Yeah, I'm pretty known of the fairy tales. That is right. I was brought up in Disney, but I think any kid who was born in the 90s was brought up on Disney because there was that many Disney films that came out in the 90s. You had Little Mermaid in '89, then you had I'm pretty sure you had The Rescuers, and you had Lion King, you had Aladdin, you had Hunchback of Notre Dame, Pocahontas, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story came out. What else came out? There's loads that came out in the 90s. Yeah, Lion King. Awesome. I had all those as video cassette things that we used to have. They look like boxes, and you had to rewind them, and I had like film in them. And he used to use my my Sega, and he would personalize the production of all the videos to have my name on them. Yep, VHS. That was them. I have this film belongs to, and had my name. Yeah, my dad was awesome for stuff like that. Very inventive, my dad. Oh, thanks, Candy. What? I'm just trying to think where to next. I think because he's not great on hygiene. He doesn't have the nicest nails as well. Who's an alien? Maya, are you trying to flirt with us to say, am I an alien? And if I say no, then you'll go, oh, that's a shame because you're out of this world. Now that is a cheesy pickup line. A genie cure. So it wasn't you trying to say I'm out of this world. I know Dev says that to me all the time. Tells me all the time. Thanks. I try and add a bit of humour. To be honest, Pat, that happens to the best of us. It always happens. Right. Is this will that be patterned or? Just thinking about what to do with this part here. I think. Now, I'm trying to remember what I did for the lightning here because I quite like how it turned out. I think I used that neonish yellow. I used the pale blue. No, I used the cool shadow. And I think I used that mauve as well. So that's what I used for the lightning. So we have Y00, BG 10, BV00. And then what I was just doing, I was just following the pattern. No sort of thought process to it, just following the pattern of the lightning, but I'm gathering it's lightning. And the reason why there's no particular thought process of it is like I'm not coloring the entire part in it. I'm just, as I say, I'm just going around it, the pattern and the lines. Is because it's going to layer the colors on top to get a sort of a lightning strike effect. Well, not a realistic one, but more like a comic book style. What you get in the comic book style. Since obviously that is the style of this. Okay, and then we're going to go in with a cool blue, rather cool shadow, sorry. And we're just going to go on top of what we did. Because I'm going over what we did, it's going to slowly but surely come further in the center on the big areas. But you do want to go over these parts as well. And because it's the cool shadow, it's not going to be, it's going to be quite subtle. It's not going to automatically go like dark green. It's a shade. It's going to just add a bit of depth to the lightning strike. And then I'm going to go over it again with that yellow that we're using. So at this point, there should be no white. And then I'm going to go and take the purple now, the mauve shadow. And I'm just going to put this in certain areas. So we're not going to do it all over. Thanks, Dev. Thanks, Beebs. Still not, magic hasn't stopped yet. Okay, and now you want to take your colorist blender. So this is this one, so it's colorist blender. I'm going to give it a quick clean. And you just want to go up and down on the center parts of the large areas. And what it should do, it should blend and separate and saturate the pigment so it looks like it crackles. And that's going to give quite a nice effect for lightning. Obviously, I wouldn't use this normal blending. And just use it in the center, because if you use it on the side, it will bleed out. So just use it in the center on large areas. And then when that dries, it should look pretty cool. And it should look like this a little bit. And if you want to, like I have done there, whilst that colorist blender is on, you'd add just a few more blue streaks in the center a little bit. There we go. All right, guys. So it's now 20 past. Sorry, it's now yeah, it's 20 past 10. So I'm going to make a quick cuppa. So we're going to take about 5 minute-ish break, and I'm going to make a cup of tea, coffee, whatever. And we'll be back in a few minutes. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes, guys. I'm going to make a quick cuppa. All right, guys. Back in a few. Going for a brew. Hey, baby. Shadow. Love you too. What? What? Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, quick toilet break and refreshment on the drink. Got myself a nice little hot chocolate. Shadow is now in the building. We talked about smoking. So yeah, I've never touched a cigarette in my life, even though my mom, dad, and my sister or smoked. I've never touched one in my life. Hi Melanie. Hi Hood. Nice to see you. 2 seconds. Shadow. Come here. Come. Honestly, that cat is like a defiant child. I've had to put him in the living room with his dad because he's just constantly trying to get my attention, and obviously I need to focus on this. So let's move on to something else, guys. Clothing. What colour clothes should he have? Actually, I'll continue with the jewelry because we'll start with the. Before I started on jewelry. So on canary yellow again. How do you mean, Pat? Where am I located? Located in the UK or in the house? Oh, UK. Yeah, I'm UK. I'm in the northeast of England. But I'm pretty much I'm relatively close to the borders of Scotland. I'm not sure. You'll have to ask me, Mum. That Maya. I don't know where she got me from. Yeah, Nana's Nana's closer to Cornwall than I am. That's what I was thinking as well, Dev. But I think it's actually is a show. It's like a crime show. I think like a crime drama. Well, from where I'm from, it's not too far, but the where Billy Elliot is based, that's not too far from me, and where they filmed it. He's all trying to grab poor Melanie. She just came in to say hello, and you're all you're all trying to poach her. Yes, you have your Chihuahua babies. I haven't seen what the new one looks like yet. You'll have to send me a picture. Are you off? You off, Dev? Thanks for joining, mate. Take care. With a wrench. What are you planning on doing to him? So I use the canary yellow, and then on top I'm using the golden yellow. So I always do golds in stages. And I don't always cover the entire area. I always leave gaps of color underneath, because then it'll look more three-dimensional and not as flat. And then on top of that, just take the regular yellow, which is Y06. And you kind of just want to blend in what you've just done. And then we want to take a nice sort of goldish brown. So this E35 Camios, I think it's called, is quite a good, nice, like a tannish brown color. No problem. Oh, hi, Morticia. Hi, hon. I didn't see you come in. So in part 2, that's where we're primarily going to be. Well, still going to use markers in part 2, but we'll use the pencils in part 2 as well. Part 1's going to be all marker from the looks of things. So yeah, Chet does have a Etsy store. He has books on Amazon, has a Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. If you're interested in following him and having a look at his work, then all the links I've left in the description for you. So feel free to have a look in the description for those. And if you do want to have a go at this image, then we do have a Dropbox URL code, URL link that you can use, and it's only going to be available on that link for a limited time. So I would get it now if you can and print it off as soon as possible, because I will deactivate that link after Monday's stream. And my beautiful assistant Helen has just put that link in there. Now I'm going to go back over everything now, and you want to go over it with the canary yellow. Oh, I've missed a bit. So yeah, Chet kindly give us this image for us to use, but it is a limited time exclusive. And I will say I absolutely love his book. I love both his books, and I have both of them, and they're both fantastic. And I have done flip throughs of both of those, and you can find them on my channel. I have recently just uploaded those. But I think out of the two, like my favorite out of the two is going to be The Monsters, Myth and Magic. So like I said before, we're just going to take the canary yellow, which was the lightest colour, and we're going to go over the entire part of where we've, layered the gold colour together, just to blend it all together. And to make it a little bit more natural. I hope I'm making sense. I'm not just talking rubbish. Oh, bless you, Matisha. I hope you're feeling better soon, hon. Now, these little gem thing, I think we should do that maybe like should we do that like a greeny blue color, like a jade green? Coral sea. Jade green. And then we'll take that cool shadow color again. And then I've left a slight little bit of white in the center to give it a three-dimensional effect. I'm going to do like the lightning bolt colors actually on this part of his head as well. So I'm taking that Barnium yellow, which is like a neonish yellow. That cool shadow again. Oh, I've got fantastic mods here. They are brilliant. They do all sorts, and so grateful for them. And they just do it for the passion, really, and for the community, which is so nice of them to just give up their time to do that. Now we want the purple mauve. And then we're going to take the colorist blender. Now, as for we've missed more gold, guys. Damn it! I'm going to be forever coloring gold at this rate. Hi, Tammy. That yellow again. Well, hopefully by the end of this, you should know what colours make yellow. What colours make gold. So if I'm using polychromos colours, I will use a canary yellow. I will use a yellow ochre, a brown ochre. I would use a burnt sienna, and I would use a white or a cream. And that's in pencil. Yes, Tommy, we're doing it right now. So if Helen, if you just want to put that link in again for the image, and then Tammy can join the colour along. There you go, Tammy. Helen's just putting the link for the Dropbox where you can get this image and print it. It is going to be available until Monday. After Monday, I will be deleting the link because it is just a limited time free image. So there's definitely a lot more gold to go, but I'm just focusing on the genie at the moment. Trying to figure out what colour should we do his clothing. You think the Will Smith is a genie on steroids? Ah, I've missed his beard. See, because it's so detailed, I'm missing bits, and as I'm colouring it, I'm sort of putting the pieces together like a jigsaw puzzle. I've missed part of his hair, so I'm gonna have to go back in and do that. So this part here is actually from his beard. Now we're going to take the purple again, mauve, shadow. There we go. I think I got everything there for his hair. Probably find something else in a bit that we've missed. But the thing is, you can do shading with markers, certain markers that is, and it's just practicing with them. Thank you very much, Alan. I just need to decide what colour to do his clothing. I do want to obviously keep it within complementary colours. I think maybe we should do purple. Blue, violet, and there's a violet. Yeah, we use blue, violet, and violet. And maybe a bit amethyst. That's Maya happy. That one is. Oh. Yeah, we use the violet first because that's lighter. I do enjoy the Inktense pencils actually as well. I've got the 40 wooden box set and they are brilliant. So my aim is to get the genie finished with the marker on the stream, and then that will just leave the next stream to just do the details in the background. I don't mind having to do these like his sort of like tornado-ish thing coming out from the lamp tomorrow and on Monday, sorry. Yeah, I can't get my words out. Got baby brain. Missed a bit of gold there. So I'm just finding all these little bits that I've missed as I'm further on we get into this. I think you just gotta try different things, and that's the enjoyment part of it is being that enjoyment part is being creative, and being creative. Part of being creative is trying different things and being playful. Sometimes that happens, Christy. You end up just overloading it, but sometimes that turns out the best. Sometimes it doesn't work. That's the whole. But it's a process, isn't it? It's a creative process. And if it doesn't turn out to how you wanted it to, then you've learned something from it and you've took something away from it. So it's not been a waste of time. But then if it turns out not the way you imagined it, but it's turned out really surprisingly different, but well, then excellent. Then you can take something more positive from it. Or I've had live streams where my images just turned out a big fat failure on live stream, and I've just had to go with it. There's no escaping it live. And if you don't have a good day coloring, then you just learn from it. Okay, so these little details are quite small. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the entire thing in purple, and then later on, another time, I can go over them with like a gel pen for detailing. I don't think it'll be glitter. It might be metallic, but I don't think it'll be glitter. Exactly. That's so true, Christine. Like, I don't know if everyone knows, but I'm sure Christine knows that I draw also, but obviously I'm not published like the lovely Christine is. I'm quite shy with my work. But like Christine says, there's times that because I can relate, there's times that I can draw something and I'm like, wow, I'm really pleased with that. And other times I can barely draw a stick man. And everyone has days like that, and even on coloring. Okay, so I'm just got the point now. I'm just going to cover it and then I'm going to go over it in gel pen for the details. I think that's going to be the way forward. Okay, now I'm going to take the violet. Hi, Blender. Hi, hon. I was wondering if I'd see you today. Bye, Helen. Thank you so much for coming in today and helping out. I really appreciate it. Have a good night, honey. Oh, Helen, before you go, do you want to put in that link one more time? Just for the image before you go. Awesome. Thank you. You read me mind. So anybody who's just coming in, that link is a link to this image that's been given us by Chet Minton, and it's going to be a limited time free image from my Dropbox, which I've had permission to do so. But as of next Monday, after I finish this image on live stream, I will be retracting that link. So therefore, you'll no one will have access to the link. So if you do want it, you're going to have to go on to Dropbox now, save it, and print it. If you do want to have a go at this image. Thanks, Maya. So yeah, if you do want to have a go at this image, that link there will give you access to the image for free. So just make sure you do save it and to your own desktop as your own file, because I will deactivate that link after Monday's stream. Yeah, sometimes you can find that, can't you? You get a bit, there's too much going on. But I've learned to try and just limit what I take part in. I would love to take part in everything, but it's just sort of and very cautious about my own time. And you're also going to want to take time out for yourself, just so that you don't burn out. Been plenty of times when I have burnt out with taking too much on. Okay, so blue violet. Exactly. You don't want it to become a chore. You do want to take time out to do other things, because if you do too much of one thing, you will burn out and you'll end up losing passion for it. So almost coming to the end of the video, guys. So anyone got any questions, then I'm happy to answer. Oh yes, Nana's Instagram post and her magic cake making dessert making skills that she's put up today, which is fantastic. That you don't have me and Shadow as a dinosaur. Very creative. They are great, aren't they? Right, I'm going to take the mid purple here. So once I've done this purple, guys, I'm going to end the video there. So on next Monday, we'll continue this, and I'll then I'll use the pencil Prismacolors for people and these little bits here, and then I might add some pencil detail into the genie also. We'll just see how we get on with time. But Monday I will be on 8 p.m. GMT, so that's an hour earlier start than today's show. Awesome. So yes, Belinda is doing a stream next featuring the lovely Nelly, which myself, Belinda, Isabel, Annette, and yeah, I'll try and stay awake. So yeah, there's me and Belinda and a couple of the girls are admins for an Elite's colouring group. So Belinda is doing a colour along there as well. So if you want to take part in that colour along, then feel free to go over there next. Okay, have I missed anywhere? I think that's where we're going to leave it up to, guys, because we've got quite a bit done for part one. So we've got essentially the main part of the genie done, the lightning, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. Oh, thanks for joining, Christine. It's lovely seeing you again, hon. I'll see you soon. So yeah, before you go, guys, I just want to also show you the image that I did today for Remembrance of D-Day for those who weren't here earlier. I finished this today in remembrance of D-Day to commemorate those who sacrificed their lives in the war for us, and it's just my little sort of like say thank you to those who ensure thank you to ensure that we were able to live the lives that we are today. So this is by Rain Art, and I just think it's such a lovely image, especially for today of days that, you know, of remembrance. So yeah, that was that done, and then we'll finish this one on Monday at 8 p.m. GMT. So thanks everyone for joining. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and all the links for Chet's stores and Instagram, Patreon, Facebook are all in the description, and all my links are in the description as well. So have a lovely day and thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye, guys.